You guys have been asking for it, man. And finally, I have delivered. Courtesy of ProWrestlingTees.com, you can now own the official WWE Off The Script t-shirt. And to get yours today, all you got to do is simply go to www.ProWrestlingTees.com/offthescript, and you now can represent the number one fucking source for all WWE right here on YouTube.com. www.ProWrestlingTees.com/WWE Off The Script. And remember, hashtag fuck those other guys, man. What is going on, guys? JD from New York here, and this is WWE Off The Script, episode number 80, part number 1 for your Saturday morning, man. Like I always say each and every week, you guys know the deal. It is the number one fucking source for everything WWE right here on YouTube.com, man. If you guys missed Off The Script yesterday, part number 1 for Friday, link will be right down in the description below. I talk about extensively my opinion on if Seth Rollins is going to defend both the United States Championship and the WWE Championship at Night of Champions in September, man. So go check that out if you did miss it yesterday, or if YouTube wanted to fuck you over and not push it to the sub boxes, which is usually the way it goes. But like I said, if you missed it, link is down below, all right? As far as me, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and Facebook, follow JD all over social media. Keep up to date the best you can. If you want to tweet me, if you want to ask me anything regarding WWE or Black Ops 3, whatever the case may be, man, Twitter is usually where I am, at JD from NY206. Now, let's get right into the news stories, guys. Summerslam. You guys know it for the epic encounter that Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker had in the main event in Brooklyn, New York at the Barclays Center. A lot of us were left scratching our heads, man, at the ending. What the fuck happened? Why was this done? What was WWE thinking? Where did this come from? Justin LeBar was with me, man, and we watched it 2 or 3 times, and even after the 3rd time, we couldn't figure out what was going on. Why that happened. We watched replay after replay after replay, and we still couldn't come to a conclusion as to why it was done. But today, I give you the most recent backstage news about why The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar was booked the way it was, man, to close SummerSlam 2015. In one of the most controversial finishes to a main event pay-per-view match in recent memory, The Undertaker emerged victorious over Brock Lesnar at WWE SummerSlam this past Sunday after making the Beast Incarnate pass out. The Phenom appeared to have tapped out to Lesnar's Kimura lock, although the referee wasn't in view to see it. The timekeeper rung the bell, confusing Charles Robinson. Undertaker took advantage of this distraction, hitting Lesnar below the belt and locking him in the Hell's Gate submission. According to the most recent edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, WWE Chairman Vince McMahon wanted The Undertaker to go over in the bout, although he didn't want him to beat Lesnar straight up. This led to a screwy finish at the Barclays Center, and The Undertaker was booked to win without actually beating Brock Lesnar. This saved the monster appeal of the former UFC World Heavyweight Champion, despite fans leaving the arena with more questions than answers. Undertaker didn't appear the following night on Monday Night Raw, with no return dates scheduled at this time. So, I heard rumors also that Paul Heyman had a hand in booking this main event ending, as well as he wanted to book something along the lines of what a finish for a UFC match would be. But it all comes down to Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon pretty much is the end-all be-all for decisions and what we see on TV. He didn't want The Undertaker to lose the match. He felt like The Undertaker had to win, but he wanted The Undertaker to win while making Brock Lesnar look strong in defeat as well. That's why we got the tap out. That's why we got Brock Lesnar passing out. Okay? But if you guys rewind that and you watch it over and over again, it still doesn't make any sense when you watch it. Charles Robinson is positioned to the point where he had pretty much his back turned to the timekeeper, man. He was looking to see if Lesnar's shoulders were going to be on the mat, because The Undertaker was pretty much on top of his body in the Kimura lock, and if Brock Lesnar's shoulders were on the mat, both flush on the mat, Charles Robinson would have been prompted to pin Brock Lesnar, 1, 2, 3, because his shoulders are on the mat. Those are the official rules of a wrestling match. If your shoulders are on the mat, referee has every fucking discrepancy, all the discrepancy in the world to make the pin count there, or the 3 count, alright? But what we seen on TV wasn't really angled that way, okay? We seen Charles Robinson, but when we seen The Undertaker tap out, the camera angle was so fucked up, we don't know if the timekeeper actually saw it, or if the timekeeper just, rang the bell on his own discretion. WWE typically, the way they position their cameras and the way their presentation is on TV, it's usually flawless, man. It's spot on. But on this night, the vantage points that we seen, we couldn't tell if the timekeeper actually seen The Undertaker tap out. To me, it looks like he had absolutely no way to see if The Undertaker was tapping out, man. There's so much other shit going on, so much other noises going on around you. I don't know if he actually seen The Undertaker tap out when he did, man. So to me, after everything that had happened, it still doesn't make any sense at all. Alright, I understand they wanted to make Brock Lesnar look strong. And I was, for one, who wanted this feud to be over with. I wish they just would have ended it, gave The Undertaker a clean win. Brock Lesnar can fucking come out and seek revenge on everybody, man. It doesn't matter, he's Brock Lesnar. People aren't going to hold it against Brock Lesnar if he lost to The Undertaker in a redemption match after he took the streak from The Undertaker at WrestleMania, man. I don't think Lesnar's going to be buried in any way. I don't think Lesnar's going to look weak. But I would have booked it clean, man. I don't know what Vince McMahon is thinking. Vince McMahon right now, the only thing that he's thinking about is he wants this to continue going, man. This is why the ending was booked. Undertaker went over. He's got the W next to his name in the record books. Brock Lesnar tapped out or passed out, whatever, man. He passed out during the fucking pay-per-view. He was made to look strong in that aspect. But Vince McMahon is not thinking about, giving this one to The Undertaker. He deserves it after he lost the streak to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Undertaker and Lesnar, to Vince McMahon, all it is fucking money, man. It's fucking dollar signs. He wants this to drag out even more because he knows people are going to pay for yet another rematch after this screw job finish. Alright, so that's the only reason why it's happening. I just hope that we don't get this match at WrestleMania. I don't want to see The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar in another match at WrestleMania. I would rather have this match happen at Survivor Series and Undertaker goes on to something more important than Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, man. If this is going to be The Undertaker's last hoorah in the WWE, I'm going to be very disappointed, man. I don't think they can get any better than what they did at SummerSlam. Undertaker's going to be older. I don't think they're going to script a better match than they did at SummerSlam in Brooklyn, New York. I just don't, man. That was the match we were supposed to get at WrestleMania, but we didn't because The Undertaker was concussed. He was injured halfway through the match, and then he was taken out after the match and taken to the hospital with a fucking concussion. So, I don't want it to go on. That's the backstage news on WWE and SummerSlam and Lesnar Undertaker. Vince McMahon is the one who concocted this ending, and he is the one to blame for everything that we've seen on pay-per-view. So, blame him, and that is the latest backstage news on WWE. If I hear anything regarding Undertaker and Brock Lesnar and when they expect to cross paths again, I will certainly let you know right here on Off the Script. The Viper Randy Orton may be only 35 years old, but he's still a veteran of the WWE game, having been an active competitor for the company since 2002. His body has been through its fair share of wars, which would explain why he's looking to cut back on his workload. During the Nature Boy Ric Flair's recent podcast, the 16-time World Heavyweight Champion indicated that Orton was looking to work a reduced schedule in the near future. It would be similar to the schedule of WWE Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels, in which he worked before he hung up his boots for good, as he performed at a number of shows before getting a decent amount of time off to recoup. The Wrestling Observer newsletter notes that Orton has had many weekends off this year and that he's in a steady financial situation where he doesn't need to be on the road nearly as much. Orton is coming off a loss to Sheamus at WWE SummerSlam this past Sunday, taking 2 bro kicks before suffering the pinfall loss. Listen, I don't necessarily see this as a bad thing for Randy Orton. Listen, he's 35 years old. He's getting up there in age. Every time Randy Orton comes back, people are going to associate him with the main event, so his status isn't going anywhere. But the most important thing about Orton being off TV is that it opens up a spot for a younger WWE superstar to take that role, man, and his, chance to move up the ladder. I only see this as a good thing, man. Orton really has no direction right now. Obviously, with the feud with Sheamus, they're not doing much with him. He's in these meaningless feuds. Yes, he's a great competitor in the ring. He can wrestle a fucking damn good match any night he wants to. He's always capable of delivering a great match. I know this about Randy Orton. I've been following Randy Orton ever since he debuted in the WWE. But I don't necessarily see this as a bad thing. The most important aspect of this, if Orton wants time off, is that someone younger, someone that WWE should be pushing, has the opportunity to move up the ladder. So Orton's absence, if he wants to be out a few weekends here and there, and he wants to take a reduced schedule, by all means, bro, take a reduced schedule, get yourself healthy, get refreshed, recharge your batteries. Every time he comes back, he's going to be associated with the main event. I don't see Randy Orton losing his position in the company at all. And if WWE needs him for a big main event spot, Randy Orton obviously has the name power and the star power to just slide right on in there, and nothing will be lost, man. So Orton wants to take a few weeks off here and there. By all means, man, do it. Most important aspect of it, younger individuals on the WWE roster got a chance to move up. That's the way I see it. WWE Hall of Famer Stone Cold Steve Austin will be on the cover of the upcoming game, WWE 2K16. We all know that, which is set for release in North America on October 27th. According to the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, there was once a strong push within the company to have another superstar grace the cover. Many felt current WWE competitor Roman Reigns would have been a solid fit, although the report notes that Austin had received a call from WWE Chairman Vince McMahon asking him to take that spot. With WWE 2K16 being such a major project, the belief was that the cover athlete had to represent the game's magnitude appropriately, thus why Austin, one of the most popular superstars in the history, if not of all time in WWE, was chosen. The number of confirmed playable characters for the game is now at 56, which recent names being added to the list include Diamond Dallas Page, Finlay, Randy Orton, Lex Luger, and Sheamus, man. I can't wait to get my hands on WWE 2K16, man. My universe mode is going to be fucking unbelievable. And I picked Roman Reigns to grace the cover of the game. Before it came out, I thought Roman Reigns was going to be the guy. But Roman Reigns is not really getting over with the audience, and Vince McMahon made a wise decision, being that this is going to be the biggest WWE video game of all time. It's going to be the most extensive video game of all time. It's going to have the largest roster of all time. You need someone to grace the cover, and a cover athlete is very important for a video game, man. It speaks to the consumer when you walk by the aisle and you see that name and that body on the cover, man. Vince McMahon did the right thing, being that this is going to be the biggest game of all time, to have the biggest superstar of all time grace the cover, and that is Stone Cold Steve Austin. October 27th, man, I can't wait. It's going to be great on my channel. I'm going to be covering it extensively right here and on Twitch. So if you're not following me on Twitch, please do so, man. That's where most of my WWE Universe Mode, live streams take place. I'm going to be doing that, and it's going to be awesome, man. Mr. 9 to 5, I'm going to be streaming at midnight. I'll be at the midnight release. Going to be big, man. So if you're not following me right now and you love 2K16 and the 2K series, my channel is the place to be, man. I can't wait to bring that content to you guys, all right? Let's take a short break, guys. I got a couple of more news articles, one on Sasha Banks, and I got one on, which one? I just copied this from somewhere. Yes, I got an interesting story on the New Day and the promo that they cut at SummerSlam, which has been removed from WWE SummerSlam on the WWE Network, man. They completely cut it out. I'll give you the reason why. Let's take a short break. I'll be right back after this, guys. Don't go anywhere. Introducing the next big thing in wrestling today, WrestleCrate.com, a monthly pro wrestling based subscription service starting as low as $14.99 a month, with items that include Mattel action figures, Funko Pop, pro wrestling tees, and signed memorabilia by the biggest names in the business today. For more information, on Twitter at WrestleCrates and our official website www.WrestleCrate.com. Alright, guys, finishing up off the script this weekend for Saturday, part number 2, The Boss Sasha Banks may be a little banged up following one of the greatest women matches in WWE history at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn this past Saturday, losing her NXT Women's Championship to Bayley. Reports had circulated following the match that Bayley had injured Banks at the event with a reverse Hurricane Rana, which that was now being speculated as being the potential culprit in what injured Sasha Banks. Replay showed that the now former champion may have landed on her head, although Banks did finish the match, embracing Bayley, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch after the match was over. According to the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, Banks was pretty sore after the epic matchup, but she's not suffering from any serious injuries at the moment. She competed the following night at Summerslam in a 3-team Divas Revolution elimination tag match with her Team Bad Allies against Team PCB and Team Bella, although her time between the ropes was very short-lived, man. Listen, all I'm going to say about this is this, all right? If you missed that match, go out and watch it. Do yourself a favor. Literally one of the greatest women matches you will ever see grace WWE television. All right, if there's one person that deserves a few weeks off to recharge her batteries and get better, man, it's Sasha Banks. She's been delivering every fucking NXT pay-per-view. She definitely deserves a few weeks off to recuperate and get right again. So that's the least WWE can do for her, man. She's been doing it all. She's been doing it up and down on WWE's main roster and in NXT, man. Give her some time off. She's going to be a huge part, if not the face of the Divas division when the time is right. So give her a few weeks off. She definitely deserves time to recuperate after what she did for us as fans this weekend at NXT Brooklyn, all right? And finally, guys, WWE, listen to this, has removed the New Day's SummerSlam pre-match promo from the pay-per-view on the WWE Network, while also removing the video from their official YouTube page. As previously reported, the New Day captured the Tag Team Championships at SummerSlam, defeating the Primetime Players, Lucha Dragons, and Los Matadores in a fatal 4-way match. Before the match, the New Day explained to the crowd they were going to help them improve their hip-hop skills. Once in the ring, they proceeded to sing a rendition of Jay-Z's Empire, State of Mind. Let's hear it for a New Day. Negativity won't affect us. Clap because it's infectious. Let's hear it for a New Day. All these other tag teams are booty. Yes, I said booty. Let's hear it for New Day, New Day, New Day. No official reason has been given as to why WWE decided to remove the video. However, speculation is that it was removed due to potential copyright infringements of the popular Jay-Z song. Well, if that's the case, I completely understand it, but it's a shame that WWE has to alter their pay-per-view and remove certain things from their YouTube channel and the on-demand SummerSlam event. It's ridiculous, man, but nothing you can do about copyright infringements. I understand, but it's a complete shame. Because the New Day, honestly, they may be the most entertaining group of individuals right now on the WWE main roster, man. That promo was great. It was probably one of the more memorable moments of SummerSlam this past weekend. But it's definitely a shame, like I said, that they had to remove it due to copyright infringements from the Jay-Z song, man. That's pretty shitty, but what are you going to do, man? Nothing you can do about copyrights. So that's off the script, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, I want you to take that subscribe button to fucking Suplex City, man. The #1 fucking source right here on YouTube.com for everything WWE. Please show some love to my sponsors as well. WrestleCrate.com, the #1 subscription box that you can get delivered to your front door, man. I'm going to be doing an unboxing for this month's crate. Can't wait to get it. Super excited about that. And please, guys, go and buy a fucking t-shirt, man. $19.99, ProWrestlingTees.com/WWE Off The Script. Support the show. Wear the shirt around. I wish I could sell this shirt, man. Yankees suck. Let me see how many of you guys enjoy this shirt, man. I bought this when I went to Boston several years ago with my friend John. I love it. I'll wear this around the city all day long, man. I don't give a shit what people say about me, man. That's how big my grapefruits are. Just like Vincent K. McMahon. I'll walk around New York City wearing a fucking Yankees sucks t-shirt, man. Try me. I'm all for it. Alright, guys. Hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. You guys know the deal. I'll be back on Sunday. Big news story, guys. Sister Abigail possibly coming to WWE TV. Steve Austin wants to know why WWE did not sign AJ Styles yet. Rey Mysterio coming back to WWE. All this plus so much more on Sunday's edition of Off The Script, guys. I'm JD. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you then.